Welcome everyone to another episode of Toro Knows Cars. Today, you're going to be happy to know a few things about me. First of all, I haven't mentioned in any of the episodes, where do I work? So today you'll know. I work at Stockton 12 Honda, who is the largest and the number one Honda dealership in the entire state of Utah. So just to give you an idea, our name comes from a basketball player that used to play for the Utah Jazz, and also a gold medal winner of the Dream Team in the USA basketball team in 1992. Yes, John Stockton. That's actually who owns this place. Today, we're talking about fuel efficiency, and especially if you see it right here, Honda. Well, we have talked for the past couple weeks about other brands and other car manufacturers out there. Many of them have great things, but it's time to talk about mine. So without further ado, let's take it down to the numbers. Where we are and what to expect from a Honda dealership, okay? Why fuel efficiency matters? Well, AAA tell us right now the national average is between $4.19 to $4.79 per gallon. That we're talking about $700 to $900 extra per year in gas alone for just one person in a vehicle. That's a lot of money. At least in my pocket it is. If you have 5 kids, you know for a fact that happens that way. So today we're gonna talk to you because why Honda then? Honda has been actually given the most fuel efficient brand in the entire industry. And we'll talk about the models, we'll talk about everything, and why is it that it's important for you to right now focus on gas mileage. Now, I know that it's a tough decision for anyone when they're looking at a car because there are many different parameters. You're looking for pricing, you're looking for that. But in the long run, what is it that you are going to do week after week? You're going to pull up your car into the gas station, right? When you pull up to the gas station, you put actually the nozzle inside the car. You look at that screen on that machine, and you keep seeing it every time that it gets higher and higher. And that worries you. I know it does because it worries me, worries everyone. And right now, for example, my sister, she lives in California. She lives in San Francisco. Shout out to my sister, Glory. I love you. She just came back from a trip and had to get gas from the airport to her home and fill up her tank. It was $97. $97. That's a lot of money for any family right now to afford in gas in a week. Sometimes some of you actually even put gas daily because you drive a lot more. So can you imagine? But average people actually, like I said, they could save with Honda between $700 to $900 a year for their gas expenses. One of the things that I like to remember, everyone, we actually believe in clean everything, clean information, clean advertising, clean even set. If you see this place looks nice, right? So why do I say this? Because we have our sponsors, Yes to Clean, that have something for us actually. Stressed by the mess? Let Yes to Clean bring peace back to your home or business with professional, insured cleaning services in Box Elder and Weber counties. From deep resets to regular maintenance, Yes to Clean offers reliable care, including RB detailing. Visit clean.com or call or text 435-730-1435 for a free estimate today. Yes to Clean. Clean your space, clear your mind. Let's go through the lineup, Let's go through the all-stars. We have, first of all, the best-selling vehicle in the country. The best-selling sedan is the Honda Civic, okay? Then we have the beautiful Honda Civic, brand new right now that came out this year, Honda Civic Hybrid, which they look the same, but they have different options, and we'll talk about them late in a couple minutes. We have the Honda Accord. The Honda Accord has come in hybrid and gas for many times. We have the CRB, which is actually the best-selling SUV in the country. Then also we have the HRV. Not a lot of people knew that we actually had the HRV. And our big boys, the Honda Passport, which looks amazing, and the Honda Pilot. Now, why do I bring those up? In HondaNews.com, you can find information about this and the fuel efficiency. Now, it also came out that in Kelley Blue Book that Honda is the most fuel efficient brand in the country. That says a lot, especially with those expenses that I told you about earlier. Now, we have the Honda Civic Hybrid. Can you imagine getting 49 miles per gallon on a car? That's amazing. Getting gas, driving Puerto Rico, where I'm from, is 100 by 35. So I can go to, with 2 gallons of gas, I can pass the island from east to west easily with just 2 gallons of gas. That's amazing. Okay. When you see the competition of the Honda Civic Hybrid, we're talking about like the Toyota Corolla. Let's look at someone that is as reliable as ours, right? First of all, the Corolla, 138 horsepower. You say it's a basic car, so people are okay with it. Now, you know how much horsepower does the Honda Civic has? 200. So you get the power you need, but the gas mileage you need too, okay? Now, KBB rated as the best segment resale that Civic hatchback is the 2026 IIHS top pick for safety too. So, Kelley Blue Book, everyone is putting great reviews about the Honda Civic. Honda Civic is one of our best sellers for a reason, because people come here every single day. Oh, I came to look for a Civic. Okay. Now, in 2025, we know that Honda Civics and Corollas have been actually in a battle for who gets the market more. Now, if you go inside a Honda Civic, you'll notice the space that it has. You guys have seen me, even though that I'm losing weight. You guys have seen that I am a big guy. I can drive all day on a Honda Civic. Okay? I'll be comfortable. Kaisa, you had a Honda Civic before.
Yes.
I actually traded in kind of Civic for a CRB, which we will talk later, and she will tell us also why she likes the CRB. But that's a different story. But anyway, yeah, today's episode has been actually, I'm going to say it right now. Today's has been, you guys don't see it because Kaisa does an amazing job actually editing this. But I will say this. We've been interrupted like 1,700 times.
And I was one of the interruptions.
And she was one of the interruptions, but that's okay. She's awesome. I'll take it. She's the one editing us anyway. So I'm like, but yeah, I have. So you don't see it, but this has stopped a few times before the final video that you're watching.
Yes.
And for those that actually are listening, I just want to let you know all these stats, you can find them online at any point. Or if you want them directly also, you can message us directly like you guys did actually a couple of days ago. Let me know where you want them and I will send all those stats to you so you have all the info. Anyway, so going back to this. Now, have you guys ever seen a Civic out there? Right? What do you think? Tell me in the comments what you think about the Civic. For anyone that's seen the Civic, they're beautiful. The lines are very sporty. Not just sporty, they are actually elegant. And for a sport car and that price range, that's amazing. That's actually one of the best things that you can do for it. Now, the next one, I'm biased towards them. I have one, okay? Honda Accord. Oh, the lines of the Accord makes it seem and look so amazing. But also, you get great gas mileage. The average on the EXL is 48 miles per gallon for a car that is actually longer than most cars. And the competition is the Toyota Camry. And the Toyota Camry, I'm going to be honest on this. Toyota Camry does have 3 more miles per gallon on it. But sit in the back seat of a Camry, sit in the back seat of an Accord. An Accord will actually blow your mind because you will feel comfortable there. You can actually drive for hours and be happy in this vehicle. Now, same thing. IIHS 2026 gave the Accord the highest top pick ratings on it because it has so much technology to help you and keeps you safe, you and your family at all times. Now, KBB has as the best mid-size vehicle in the country. So the resale value for an Accord don't have any comparison. It's an amazing vehicle that you and your family will have forever. I told you in that first episode, my first car was a 1984 Honda Accord. That's why I love them. Again, they've been in our family for long. Now, one thing you're going to love about the Accord also is the trunk space. You can go to Costco, do a nice grocery shopping on that vehicle, and they still put a stroller in there. It's amazing, right? So, yes, as a mid-size sedan, you won't find anything as pretty, as comfortable as a Honda Accord, and as safe, because you want to keep your family safe, right? Yeah, it's a front-wheel drive vehicle, so you actually, there's not a lot of into it in case you ever need to work on it or want to do something on it. Now, one of the things that it has also is that the Honda CR-V Hybrid. Now, Honda CR-V Hybrid is the best-selling SUV in the United States. Why? The same thing. It looks beautiful. But most importantly, do you understand that in an all-wheel drive CR-V, you get 37 miles per gallon? What other all-wheel drive vehicle you find out there that has that kind of mileage? Now, the front-wheel drive gets 40 miles per gallon. Kaisa, tell me what you think about the Honda CR-V.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it for the fuel efficiency. Like, actually, it does last so long. I love the spaciousness. It's so comfortable. I could go on and on. It's great. It's a car. I'll never go back.
But the most important thing I always get is safety on this vehicle. Same thing as the Accord, 2026 top pick, IIHS safety rating. So why do I mention this? Because I don't want you to be having an issue in the future with in a crash or something like that. I want you to feel that you're secure inside the vehicle. This vehicle will help you with that. Okay. Now, what's the comparison? The comparison is the RAV4. Now, the RAV4 does have actually a little bit less than 2 miles extra per gallon on the CR-V, but CR-V is a lot more quieter. It's actually also wins in the cargo space and the resale value, because Honda doesn't sell cars to rental companies. You don't see an influx of cars coming in every year from this brand. That makes it the opportunity for you to actually have positive equity when you try to trade it in most of the time. Okay? So things like that I will always put value into it. Now, one thing I like is if you look at websites like Honda News, Kelley Blue Book, you'll find out that actually that one is the top or number one hybrid SUV in the country right now. The reason is that actually this vehicle, again, like the Accord has great, elegant lines. That has also a very reliable community. These people buy this car after they're running it for like 100,000 miles. They give it to their kids, and from their kids to their grandkids and stuff like that. They try to pass them on. You have seen those CR-Vs, the old CR-Vs with the tire in the back. Yeah, they're still running, right? Because the CR-V is a very reliable vehicle.
It's just superior.
It's just superior than anything else. That's right. Most drivers, the CR-V gets about 40 miles a gallon, like I said before, on the front-wheel drive, versus 30 for the gas on the CR-V. So a 33% efficiency gain just by the CR-V. Now, if we drive an average of 15,000 miles a year, we're talking about roughly $700 to $900 a year extra in your pocket just by driving a CR-V hybrid in fuel savings alone, which typically offsets any hybrid premium within the next 3 or 4 years. Now, one question I get all the time when I talk about hybrid vehicles is the battery. Now, Honda is extremely reliable, and we know this, right? So if we go to JD Power, we see that actually in JD Power, we are one of the best brands out there. But like I said before, I'm going to be very transparent. They said there's actually the top 3 are actually Buick, Mazda, and Toyota last year. So Honda this year has decided to take over. And in Edmonds, you will find that the real world MPG for these vehicles, ours is actually match what we're putting there. How many times have you driven your car? And you see, okay, they say that I'm supposed to get 50 miles a gallon, but you see, oh, I never get to the 50, right? Because they do all these studies in different laboratories and different places where everything is controlled to get that there. Honda does that too, but they know that the important thing is you, the consumer. So when we do this type of tests and all these things, the reason I'm telling you that we are the most fuel efficient brand in the United States right now, it's because I have drive these vehicles, and I can tell you that yes, if you drive it the right way, of course not racing, your car will be the most fuel efficient. Now let's talk about this and why, for example, the different brands, or why a Honda Civic or a Honda Toyota Corolla or so on and so forth. So when we look at this, when you compare, for example, the Civic Hybrid versus the Corolla Hybrid, we see that the Civic, like I said before, will have the more horsepower, right? But it has a better interior and a larger interior, so people are more comfortable. If we compare then again the Hybrid Accord to the Camry, now a lot more legroom, better handling. If you ever driven an Accord, you know that steering wheel feels like you are actually on the road having control of your vehicle, and better resale value. Why? One of the vehicles that Toyota sells the most is the Camry to different rental companies. By doing so, when they influx every year, there's an influx of a bunch of Camrys that came from a rental fleet are out there. And I'm going to ask you something. That doesn't mean that we don't sell rental vehicles here, but have you ever driven? Bless you, Kaisa. Another one. Is another one. But anyway, leave this one here. That's going to be part of it. Anyway, so yes, thank you, Kaisa. Is that showing there? No? Okay, FYI, guys. For those that are listening, there is actually a coffee there with a water mug over there. I understand. It's so funny. I just wanted to make sure, because I don't know if you guys watched Game of Thrones. Anyway, so we go. Anyway, the Honda Accord Hybrid and the Camry Hybrid. Again, better handling, better resale value. I put the example of a customer of mine that he actually was coming with his trade, which was actually a Honda Accord 2021. And in 2024, we were trading it in. When we did the trading value, he for the lease and do the trade-in, he still had, even though that he went a little bit over the 10,000 miles per year that he was supposed to drive, he still had $2,500 in positive equity. Now, that's not necessarily going to be everyone's result when they do the trading like that. But again, that tells you that even at the 3 years and more miles than you were supposed to drive, the car actually holds the value better. The next one, the CRV Hybrid and the RAV4 Hybrid. Yes, the RAV4 has 2 more miles per gallon combined than ours. But the Honda CRV, first of all, we have them on the lot. Have you looked on the websites of Toyota? Yeah, there are not that many out there right now. For some reason, there's not that many RAV4s out there. The second thing, you get more cargo space. You actually get a quieter cabin. When you drive a Honda CRV Hybrid, you barely hear the engine when it turns on. You don't feel it when it switches between electric and gas. It is better resale value for sure. I have CRVs here that are used that are about the same price as a new one. And you might say, why do you do that? Because that's what the people want. That's how they sell. And people, for $1,000 off a car, sometimes they do anything they can. $2,000 or something like that. You will see that there's a big gap in pricing when you come to resell a CRV. Now, I have given you a lot of information, and I know it's just driving you crazy. One thing I will say is this. Those of you that have ever that had a Honda before, why you like it? Why you like Honda? The main thing is engines. Engines are extremely reliable for this vehicle, for any of the Honda vehicles. Now, if we talk about the cars that are gas guzzlers for Honda, let's talk about those too. We have actually one of my favorites because she looks amazing. Yes, it's a she. It's a Honda Passport. The Honda Passport, that new redesign for 2026, no matter where you go, you see it and you actually know that that car is well built. That's for sure. But now, let's be honest. It's a gas guzzler when you compare it to the other one. So the average on a Passport is 21 miles per gallon. Now, we're talking about a very heavy, big SUV. Still, if we compare to other ones like 4Runner and stuff like that, like they were before, when they were gas only, yeah, they were, Passport still beat them in the gas mileage. Now that they have a Toyota different hybrid version of it, they do have better gas mileage than mine. But I still believe that mine has more power. It's powered by a 3.5 liter engine V6 that actually lets you go anywhere. Then the next one, we have the Honda Pilot. That's my wife's favorite. We have one. There's a reason for it. My wife, we don't need a Pilot no more. But she still likes the Pilot, and that's what she wants. And let's be honest. If that's what she wants, that's what she gets. Right, Kaisa?
Yes.
Yep. No matter what it is there. It is there for sure. Now, the Pilot gives you an average of 22 miles per gallon, also with that same V6 engine. But the lines on the Pilot are better for the guy because the Passport was built more right now. It's a little bit more rugged, a little bit different. So if that's why you get one less gallon per mile per gallon than the Pilot. But if you have a family and you want to have actually a car that actually fits up to 8 people, yeah, that's the vehicle for you. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And now let's talk about something else that Honda has that most people don't talk about. And I mentioned it a couple times is the IIHS safety rating. And you go like, why? That's boring. I know it is. Don't worry. It is very boring. I give you that. But the IIHS rating is what all the cars here in the United States are rated as, how safe they are. Now, you don't want a vehicle that if you crash, that it becomes like an accordion and you're trapped inside it, right? That's not what we were looking for. We're looking for a car that actually will give you that safety, that if something happens, you and your family have a better chance to be okay after. So the IIHS ratings that we are seeing, the reason I'm talking about the IIHS rating is because the top safety pick plus was confirmed for the Honda Passport in 2026 already and the Honda HR-V. So that means that there's no vehicle actually as safe as this one in the market. Now then we have the Honda Civic Hatchback, the Honda Accord, that are actually top safety picks for both of them. So the reason I say this is because you will find out that there are certain parameters. This is a sedan, so it's lower to the ground. That doesn't mean they're not safe. They're still the top at the safest vehicles in the market. It's just when you are a little bit bigger vehicle, then being a little bit off the ground helps you also get a better rating. Now the Honda CR-V and the Honda Pilot, they haven't been rated for 2026, but these vehicles on 2025 were the top safety picks in the United States. So the reason I'm mentioning that is because you want something that actually helps you be secure inside and actually have your kids and your family completely safe. Now, Kelley Blue Book talks about something very important too. 2025 best resale value. And we have to talk about 2025 because the 2026 are out now, right? So we don't have the used cars will be 2025 now. So Civic is the best compact car segment out there with 52.5 projected 5-year residual, What that means that you at 5 years, your car will be worth more than 50% of what you pay for. No other vehicle does that. The Accord, also the best mid-size segment. So the projected residual, again, 51.5%. More than 50% of the value of your vehicle. And the CRV is the top 10 overall for resale, best in segment for compact SUV. Wow. Long term, yes, say you want a new car. You know that even after 5 years, your car is worth more than what most cars are worth. That's what that means. You want to trade it in? It's right there. First of all, we gave you lots of information. Lots of information about Honda, Toyota, mostly because, let's be honest, that's our competition. Nobody else can compete with us. Now, fuel efficiency, the overall is ours. Safety awards, ours. Long-term value, ours. Now, at the end of the day, it's about making that smart decision for you. What works long-term? Not just for today. Where do you want your money? You want your money in something that depreciates less or something that depreciates a lot more? The smart choice is Honda. And that's what we're here at Stockton 12 Honda. You can call me directly at Stockton 12 at 801-553-5015. Or you can comment on our websites and, Spotify, TikTok, X, Facebook, all of them. Over there. At any point, ask us questions, and we will be more than happy to help you. So again, stop being afraid. The reason we're doing this for you to be secure and make the right decision for you. Okay? Love you guys. See you next episode. And thank you guys for everything you did for this one. This was actually very difficult to plan for you guys. So I hope that you enjoy it. See you next time. Shout out Taylor. Yes, Taylor. I know you're watching this. Dude, we're going on lunch. We're going to get lunch because you just actually helped us out a lot on this one. So thank you for your input on our podcast today. Have a good day. See you soon.